The division of a state or amalgamation of many other states into one unit, it's there a provision in the Constitution of India, Article 3 of the Constitution provides for this. Who is the CM to say that it cannot be divided? And what is this idea of Manipur all about? This ancient kingdom of Manipur, which they say it is 2,000 years old. Where is the evidence that it is 2,000 years old? Maybe it is 400-500 years old. That's all, I think. And there's no contemporaneous evidence. You have the court chronicles, which court chronicles are not reliable. They are self-eulogizing chronicles. And anyway, that is besides the point. There's no provision which says in public interest a state cannot be divided, a state or many states can be amalgamated. It is there clearly provided in article of the Constitution. Now, Mr. Biren Singh talks about an ancient constitution which Manipur has. What does that mean? In one of his assembly replies, he in countering an MLA's question, he says Manipur has its own constitution. Isn't that a seditious statement for a chief minister? He doesn't even know what he's talking about. If there is a need for re-administration, realigning the administration of any state, there's no reason why it cannot be rearranged.
Yeah, Mr. Hang Singh,
the examples are there.
Mr. Hang Singh, you are basically saying that the issue of creating a new administration or division of state, I'm not talking about Manipur, I'm talking in general terms. The creation of a new state, creation of a new administrative area, this is the purview of the central government and not the state. That's what you are saying, basically.
Yes, and it is provided in the Constitution. Who is he to say it cannot be done?
Okay.
I think it is the responsibility, and being a chief minister of the state, it is very much his intention to resolve this long-pending turmoil situations as soon as possible, being a responsible leader. And that's what he has expressed. And he has been, trying in several fronts, and he has been expressing to the public also that what he's been trying to do. He's even trying to engage the neutral Naga legislatures and all to communicate with whoever, possible. That's what he's trying to do. But as you have just said, as he declared that kind of goodwill, intention and positive ideas to restore peace in Manipur, there are also people who don't want to restore peace, soon. Because you just imagine who benefits from prolonging this violence. It is obviously the people who are pursuing certain demands, which is almost anti-state and anti-people, anti-Manipur agenda. They definitely want to prolong the situations because it is the circumstances on which basis they are trying to pursue certain demands. On 3rd of May 2023, when they start attacking the Meitei villages, they know that they have anticipated that Meitei will definitely retaliate at some point. And once that retaliation happens, they started saying that we are being targeted and, persecuted and discriminated and ethnically cleansed. Now we are emotionally separated, physically separated, geographically separated. Why don't we get separated administratively? This is a kind of narrative and demand that they have been pursuing.
So do you think that this we versus they narrative should stop and everybody should work together for peace building?
No, Basbir, you cannot simply, define the kind of, understanding that we are supposed to have. See, just a while ago, Mr. Hang Singh, what did he say? He don't buy the idea of Manipur. He don't believe in the 2,000 years of existence of Manipur's historical accounts. That clearly shows that they belong to certain group of people who are originally not from this land. They came in from somewhere. Their forefathers came in from somewhere. Historical records accounted that they are just 200 years old people, some of them, and many of them are very recently, arrived and settled in this part of the land. Therefore, they don't understand the value of what the idea of Manipur carries to the indigenous people of this area. Therefore, he is very, comfortable and very easy for him to say that, he can simply reject and deny the existence of Manipur as an entity. And not to forget, 1947 Manipur Constitution Act 1947 is a legal act, and the existence of that constitution is being acknowledged by the Union Home Minister of India, Mr. Amit Shah, when he inaugurated the Mount Manipur in Andaman and Nicobar Island, when there was a huge public function regarding the declaration of Mount Manipur. He himself said that Manipur already had a constitution before the enactment of the Constitution of India. So if Mr. Hansing don't buy even that also, that we can clearly understand that they belong to the immigrant community, they have been misunderstood by the constitution and given all sorts of recognitions like the settled tribes, and now they start claiming themselves an indigenous people and they don't believe in the history of Manipur. This is ridiculous.
Hansing, would you like to respond quickly before I go to Mr. Guite to what Mr. Khuraisam Athuba has said?
He's taken my name and he's made the things very personal, and I would not stoop low and get personal with him, because I can say many things about himself. And as far as the Manipur history goes, now he's talking about 3rd May when he says that 3rd May was the day we started asking for separate administration. We never asked for separate administration before that. It was only on 3rd May onwards when you separated us. You divided the state. Demographically, then we said that we have no future together. Now you go back 5 years ago when Biren Singh came to before 5 years of him coming in the Congress rule, was there any hate campaign against the Kukis? The term illegal immigration, refugee status, these came only with Biren Singh. Was it ever there the last so many years, 70 years of independence? Now he comes up, now he says, we are immigrants, we are illegal immigrants, refugees, all these. It is all started by a group of people called Haumis. Now I think he's a member of one of those, third class. Hello, can you?
Yeah. Let us not being personal. Let us have a logical debate.
He got personal.
Right.
I can say many things, more things about him. About his indigeneity also I can question.
Let us stick to the issue. Khuraisam has raised his hand. I'm coming to you, Mr. Guite, and then I'll go back to Professor Amar Yumnam. Yes, Khuraisam Athoba, you wanted to say something. Yes.
Yes. See, on May 3rd, they created a situation. They created circumstances to demand a separate administration. That's what I said. Wasbi, you will be surprised to know, since 5th of May, starting from 6th of May, we are the one who evacuated all the stranded Kuki peoples from Imphal till Churachandpur. We are the one. I led the convoy. And we hand over all the stranded people from Imphal to Churachandpur and Kangpopi and elsewhere. And we also brought back all other stranded people from the Churachandpurs and other places. You know what happens? That evacuation process continued till 11th of May, Wasbir. Please note my words. That evacuation process continued till 11th of May. And you will be surprised to know, while we were trying to evacuate people and give them safe to their respective places, on 12th of May, there are 10 MLAs of the Kukis. They wrote a letter to the Prime Minister of India demanding for a separate administration. That is how it began. So the 3rd May incident was nothing to create a circumstances. And I was not personal. I was just referring to
can I just ask a simple
on
question?
civilizations and constitutions. I am not attacking him personally. It's of no use.
Okay.
When he said we arranged the movement of the endangered people, I mean, who were under threat. What does he mean by we? He's talking about the army, the Assam Rifles, the Meitei population?
Kokomi and the Assam Rifles gave the security. Kokomi did the initiative, took them all from Imphal to
that is a complete
you ask your
lie.
That is a complete lie.
Okay.
You don't know anything about that.
Kokomi is the one who declared war on us. Now he's saying something else.
It was not war on Kuki. It was war on Chin Kuki narco-terrorists. Chin Kuki narco-terrorists, the one who had brought bombs to attack us again recently. We declared war on those people.
Narco-terrorist people.
I have the data.
Who these are?
I have the data to prove you are a narco-terrorist. Mr. Thoba.
So
Narco-terrorists are the people who use
let us
guns
go
and
to
do drug business, who do
Pauja Khub
poppy cultivation,
Hagbuite.
who do drug trading.
Okay,
Forget it.
let me
you
go to
say-
Mr. Pauja Khub Guite. He is the president of the Kuki Students Organization, Delhi NCR region. Mr. Guite, now, who benefits if we talk about May 3, 2023? We are talking about the fresh escalation of violence. Now, do you admit that the escalation of violence has risen to a very big level now, that Manipur police itself has said that drones are being used, rocket-propelled grenades are being dropped. Today, it is people from one community who is dead. Tomorrow, it could be the other way around. So, at the end of the day, civilians are in danger.
Sis, was busy. Thank you for having me here. See, my question is, do you believe in police department of your stringer, your correspondent? You should rely on your stringer, your correspondent, not on the state agencies like police department of the state. So that provocation was mere response and retaliation of the Saturday's nationwide rally organized by the Kuki NP and Kuki Students Organization across the country. Even the national capital's protest was vehemently opposed by the Meitei societies in Delhi. But
What are you
thankfully,
saying? What
thanks
are
to
you,
Delhi
what
police,
are you,
we
what are you
allowed-
hinting at? What are you hinting at? Can you be a little clear?
Yeah. Please rely on, your correspondent, not on the police department of the state.
No, we always rely on our correspondent. But we cannot ignore, we cannot totally ignore what the state says. The state government is elected by the people. I will come to Professor Amar Yumnam on this. A lot of people are thinking that this sudden escalation of violence is a response to a very categorical statement made by Chief Minister Biren Singh that there will be no separate administration.
Well, we have been plotting in the air without actually knowing the ground conditions. I would like to put for discussion before everybody that what is the property rights regime prevailing among the Kukis? Are we fully aware of the prevailing property rights regime among the Kukis? Meiteis have a property rights regime, that is privatization, and the Nagas have community ownership. Kukis have a property rights regime where the recipient is the owner. So what has happened is that if they continue for a longer time, a kind of a situation will arise where they will have to share the benefits with everyone in their community. So they are looking for a kind of a situation whereby the village, they are looking for even new villages, because the one who is a chief in the village will be the owner of the village. So they are looking for a kind of a situation where few of them will become millionaires over a period of time, very powerful one. And that is exactly where I'm a thinker for the Kukis also. I'm not against them, but I think for the common Kuki people, the way things are happening, it looks like that some of them are making the people follow, okay, this is for the Kukis, this is for the Kukis. No! It is for a very few rich allied of the Kukis. They want to ensure that they remain forever richer and their own people remain their workers, their servants forever. So let us be very clear, the prevailing all along the debate during the last few years, of course, the failure of governance, the non-existence of governance, that's one thing, but the people who are really mobilizing and asserting for the Kukis are the ones who wants to be absolutely enriched by the outcome of this.
Now, let
this happening.
Right.
So let us be very clear of the property rights. Without properly knowing the property rights regime prevailing among the Kukis, we can never digest what is behind the Kuki thinking.
Right. We cannot ignore the fact that this dropping of bombs took place in an area which is close to the National Sports University. Now, very close to that place is the headquarters of the 57 Mountain Division, that is the army headquarters in Manipur, and about 5 to 6 kilometers on the south is the headquarters of the 9 Assam Rifles. Now, it is a high security area actually, high security area where the drone attacks actually took place. Now, this is something which is a matter of concern. I don't have anybody from the government or from the security establishment who could answer this question. But let me go to Mr. Hang Sing on a different issue. Having made that point, Mr. Hang Sing, are we going to engage only in a war of words? Don't we as civil society leaders, as media, as academics, as student leaders, don't we have responsibility towards our people? After all, neither the Kukis nor the Meiteis can deny the fact that ordinary people belonging to both sides are suffering because of this violence.
Peace is something which we want and we pray for more than anything else. We want peace. But how to get that peace? We don't want some kind of fake peace where we are back to square one and we struggle the same things again, rewind the whole thing and replay the same game again. We want to look forward, look ahead for peace. It is all for peace. Now, when I say peace, we have to go ahead from where we are now. Right now, we are already a divided state.
TLF leader is saying that he is not against dialogue, but we will not talk to the state government, we will talk to the center. I think that I see a little bit of positive element there. Khuraizam Athoba, don't you think it is positive? Okay, don't talk to the state government, talk to the center, but talk peace, because the people need peace. I'm sure you will agree with that.
That's what Wasbir, I have been telling that who benefits from prolonging these turmoil situations? There are conditions of peace. They have conditions on restoring peace. We have no conditions on restoring peace. That makes so much of difference. And Ginza Valjong is one of the person who expressed in national television that they are against the exercise of NRC in Manipur. Why is that? Why is that? So that creates a lots of questions to the general publics. Why don't a citizen of India don't want to register himself or themselves or their community as a citizen of the country? Why are they against it? It's a big question. Another thing is they also talk about political demands. Before making any political demands that concerns the territory of the state of Manipur, it is the people of Manipur that needs to be bring into confidence first before going to New Delhi or somewhere else. Because Manipur is a different political entity since historical times, as we all know. Manipur is not like Telangana or any other Indian states. Manipur is a different entity. It was merged with a different situations and conditions. So it has to be respected.
Okay, we all know the stand of both the groups, the Meiteis and the Kukis. They are completely at two different poles, the demand, present situation. Now, as a student leader, as a student organization, don't you think that you have to take a role in trying to, at least making an effort, whether it succeeds or not is different. Do you think you have a role, positive role?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we have tremendous role in bringing whether peace or solution, but we are more into bringing solution, which is separate administration. Other than this, we don't have any role at all. Regarding peace, we have higher authority to discuss regarding this. But the thing is, before anything else, be it peace or solution, Kokomi, it has to take back his statement saying, declaring war against the Kukis. How can we talk
Don't
about
say
this
Kuki,
without
it's
someone
Kuki
declaring?
narco-terrorist, not Kuki.
But
Don't
yes,
generalize it.
Athoba is clarifying. Mr. Guite, Athoba is clarifying that Kokomi's statement was not against Kukis in general, but he's saying that against the people who are engaged in drugs.
Manipur
No, no,
government
no,
has
no.
declared
Let me
war
add-
on drugs. We declared war on Chin Kuki narco-terrorists because 95% of the opium poppy cultivated in the hill areas of Manipur
Okay,
are confined and occupied territory of the Kukis.
I've
That's the main
completely,
reason. The majority of them are
run out of
indulging in
time.
that business.
I have completely run out of time. I have completely
2017 to
run out of time.
2023, 2,518 people were arrested.
Violence is never a solution.
Let Professor speak. Let Professor
And-
speak. Yes, Professor.
Violence is
Can I
never
say
a
something?
solution.
Have you ever heard
the
of a
time-
chief minister of a state
the
declaring war on a
The
section of
time,
his
the
own
time
people?
is for us.
This is a unique situation.
May I ask? May
Issues.
20 seconds to Professor Amnam and 20 seconds to Mr. Hansing. First to Professor Yumnam. Yes.
Let me complete my
it's
data,
time.
please.
Violence, it should not be that the government of India doesn't have the security capacity to bring the things to peace. First of all, the security forces should bring the condition to absolute peace and the situation, but exactly
First
the
peace
issues
and
should
then
be
talk.
examined by an expert committee.
Right. First
It
piece
should
and
be
then 20
examined by
seconds.
an expert
Right.
committee.
Professor, I am absolutely out of time. First piece and then talks. Mr. Hang Singh, final comments. What do you have to say? 20 seconds to Mr. Hang Singh.
What I was saying, have you ever heard of a chief minister of a state declaring war or action of war against a section of his own people? This has happened in Manipur, nowhere else. So how does
All right.
that section of the people have confidence in a state like this?
All right, very, very strong words there from both sides. Both sides are absolutely, as of now, rigid on their positions.